Benjamin Netanyahu, commonly known as Bibi, is a political survivor who's built his career on the promise to keep Israel safe and an uncompromising approach to its neighbors. Born in Tel Aviv, Netanyahu grew up in a conservative Zionist home. He joined Israel's special forces and led commando missions. His older brother, Yoni, led a 1976 operation in Uganda to free passengers, many of them Israeli, from a hijacked plane. The hostages were rescued, but Yoni was killed. It left its mark. In the mid-80s, he was the face of Israel in America, serving as the country's ambassador to the United Nations. By the time the Gulf War broke out in 1991, he'd become a media personality. Back home, Netanyahu began to rise in right-wing Israeli politics, railing against any deal with the Palestinians, including the 1993 Oslo Peace Accords, led by then Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. In 1996, shortly after a Jewish extremist assassinated Rabin, Netanyahu won the election, becoming Israel's youngest Prime Minister. Though to this day he faces criticism that he incited violence against his predecessor through the use of dangerous imagery, a charge he has always denied.
To these madmen, you'll not have your way. You'll never succeed in severing our commitment to each other and our commitment to democracy and the Jewish state.
As Premier, he signed 2 agreements with the Palestinians, building on those signed by his predecessor, while at the same time increasing the construction of settlements considered illegal under international law. But his term as Prime Minister was short-lived, losing the election in 1999. His domestic record since returning to power 10 years later has been one of economic success, overseeing Israel's emergence as a hub of technological innovation. As Prime Minister, facing rocket attacks from Gaza, he has fought 2 wars against Hamas. The blockade of 2 million Gazans remains in the name of security. Peace talks have become a thing of the past. Netanyahu says he doesn't see a Palestinian partner.
President Abbas, stop walking around this issue. Recognize the Jewish state and make peace with us.
Palestinians say he doesn't have a genuine interest.
Time is running out. The window of peace is narrowing. Opportunities are diminishing.
Further afield, Netanyahu has always played on his foreign policy credentials, consistently railing against Iran, which put him at odds with the Obama administration.
We must all stand together to stop Iran's march of conquest, subjugation, and terror.
But allowed him to claim victory when President Trump nixed Obama's nuclear deal. A perceived shared enemy has also seen Netanyahu make common cause with a number of senior Arab officials from the Gulf, whom he has met both openly and in secret. And he's always been quick to show off his closeness with other world leaders. But it's his relationship with President Trump that matters most. Securing US recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, the embassy move, and recognition of Israel's sovereignty over the occupied Golan Heights. But there's a legal shadow over him too. Netanyahu faces possible indictment on bribery and breach of trust charges in what are ongoing corruption investigations. All charges that he has denied